Jai Gurudev, Ritam ji.
Jai
It's good
Gurudev,
to see you
Jani.
again.
Yeah, good to see you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are things in Guyana?
Oh, it's going good over here also in Guyana. And
Oh, great,
yeah,
great.
you tell me what's going on at your end.
Oh, here in Suriname, we're quite active. So we just finished the part two course last weekend,
Ah,
and
okay.
things are going great so far.
Happy to see
So
it.
I heard you went to Colombia when Gurudev was there. How was the trip? Do tell me.
Oh, it was excellent. It's more than amazing. It was an experience.
Great, great. So actually, the last time Swati ji and I spoke, there seemed to be an issue with your visa.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
tell me about that. And then I saw the pictures on Facebook and I said, wow, they're there in Colombia. So what
Yeah.
happened?
So what happened? We we got to know about Gurudev's Colombia visit, like in the month of January or February this year.
Mm,
So we thought we'll go to Colombia for sure, and we started talking with other devotees or Art of Living members, those who come for regular practices. So some of them were, very much enthusiastic. They also wanted
mm-hmm,
to go with us. So when it is coming close to the month of June, like in the month of May, we applied for our visa first time. First of all, we didn't know that we will need a visa. We thought
mm-hmm. Yeah.
it will be a very easy process to get a visa and go there. And then we applied online,
Yeah.
for visa, visitors visa. And within 2 days, they just rejected the visa out of nowhere.
Really?
Yes, they just
Oh.
sent us an email. So we applied on the first week of May, around
Hmm.
7th of May, and on the well, like following day or 9th of May, they just sent us an email stating out of discretionary ground, we are rejecting your visa. And
That
then,
must have been a bummer.
yeah,
That must have been a bummer. No?
yeah,
But you
yeah.
didn't give up?
No. So what happened? We thought, oh, we might not get our visa. We started looking for, some influencers who can help us for getting a visa, and we find nobody. We
Mm.
and We reached out to our Latin American um, board also if they can help us, but they said from their side they tried, but they're not getting much responses from the immigration. So we thought we might not be able to get through with the visa. What to do? Okay, no problem. We just say pranam to Gurudev from here. And then I sent. So in June first week again, like 1 month after, I sent a message to Gurudev. I
Mm-hmm.
said, we didn't get our visa yet. I We pray to you so that we can, get our visa for
Yeah.
Colombia.
Yeah.
So he didn't say anything on that. He just sent me a reply that you can come to Colombia.
Wow. Just
So
like that.
yeah, just like that. Yes. So Gurudev's reply is very simple. Yes, you can come to Colombia.
Mm.
So I thought this is the signal that the miracle works, the Guru grace works, yeah, for you.
Mm.
So I thought Gurudev said, and it cannot be just like that. He didn't say just like that. It there should be something, some meaning behind those words. So I started searching how to connect to the immigration of
Mm-hmm.
Colombia. So I found out that there is a guy, there is a person who is the ambassador of Colombia in Guyana, but they don't provide any visa services. So the only option is in the consulate of Trinidad, like a
Mm-hmm.
consulate of Colombia in Trinidad. So I thought if I have to travel to Trinidad and get our visa, that's impossible. So I took an appointment from this gentleman who is the ambassador of Colombia in Guyana, and I met on the next day with him.
So he is residing in Guyana.
His in Guyana, he and his wife
Mm-hmm.
is the ambassador, like the diplomat. I
Mm-hmm.
think engage into some diplomatic activities in between Colombia and Guyana, but they don't provide any visa services. They're not the cons.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to him and he said that let me see what I can do from my side. Yeah,
Yeah.
at least I'll give it a try for you. So he and his wife both are very kind, very, nice people.
Mm-hmm.
So his wife took the charge to reapply for a visa from,
Oh.
on the same website. So we applied for that visa. I gave her all the documents. She scanned them. She reapplied for our visa. And we are very happy that, somebody like an ambassador and his wife, they're helping us. So we'll surely get our visa. We had no doubt at
Wow.
all. So that was the first day of meeting with them. And the following day, guess what? Again, they canceled the visa.
What?
So they said you are coming for an event. You cannot apply as a visitor. You cannot apply for visitor's visa. So there's a second
Oh.
time we applied. They canceled our visa on this ground that we are going to attend an event, and we had everything. We had our invitation letter from Colombia, and that shows that we are going to attend an event on the 21st of June, the World Yoga Day, International Yoga Day.
Mm-hmm.
So on that ground, they canceled our visa again, our application again. So what to do? I went back to the ambassador. I said, we thought that we'll get through with our visa. Could you please help us? Uh, we want to go. We really want to go there. We don't want to miss the event. So he said again, let me see what to do. So it was like going back and forth. He was trying to convince the Trinidad consulate that they have all the documents, um, but Trinidad, the consulate, they were not in a position to understand because of the language barrier. They speak Spanish,
Mm-hmm.
and our all the documents
Mm-hmm.
are in English. So
Mm-hmm.
finally, it was going back and forth for 2 days. It went like that. And then finally, they got convinced that whatever documents we have is like, enough to prove that we are now the resident in Guyana. Yeah, they wanted
Mm.
any work permit or something like that, on a certificate or a letter from Ministry of Home Affairs in Guyana, but we didn't have much time. So what we'll do,
Yeah.
whatever document we had, we put them out for them. So finally they got convinced. So I think it was on 13th or 12th of June. So we had barely 8 days in hand to get the visa,
I know.
ticket, go there. And Gurudev was supposed to come on the 18th. So we had to be there on the 17th or 18th at least. And so we had only 4 days or 5 days in hand. I said, please do it for us. We want to go. So finally, after a long, a discussion in between them, the Guyana ambassador and the Trinidad consulate, they somehow understood, and then finally they approved our visa. We made the payment. So we were not, after approving the visa, also we are not able to make payment from our side because there was some glitch in their in their website. So the
Mhm.
payment was not happening, and if you cannot make the payment after 24 hours, the approval is no more valid or something like that.
Oh no.
Finally, I had to request our Colombian team, and they were very supportive. They immediately they made the payment from their side in their currency, in peso. So we finally
Wow.
got to make the payment, and then immediately after 1 hour, we saw in our email they sent the visa. So it's like, when Guru says something, it happens. You have to do your best from your side. Like you have to be 100% from your side, and it happens for sure. So Guru's words are like, it's not like he just says something just like that. It has some meaning, it has some energy, it carries some grace for sure. So that was our understanding, our not understanding, it was the experience that Guru wants to, you know, uh, Guru wants us to go through and experience that.
Yeah. He will make it happen, and you just have to put your
Yeah.
effort 100%, just like you said. Wow. So tell me about the trip in itself. So you booked your ticket, you got your visa.
Yeah. So after that, we had 3 days, exactly 3 days, the day we received our visa and the day we go. So after receiving our visa, we didn't have ticket by that time. So we had a course starting the same day. Part one course, 3 days course. And guess what? This this gentleman, ambassador of Colombia to Guyana, and his wife, they both came to the course. There were
Oh,
some more participants, some more people there in the course, but they came to the course. We invited them. On the last day, when they were sharing their experience, he says that we have been in Guyana for the last 7 months, and we you are the first person who visited my office. So because they haven't inaugurated their office in Guyana officially, they didn't. I think there was no activity going on. They are just setting up their office. So he said in the last 7 months, nobody came to our office. You are the first person who came. So I realized that was for me a divine call. So I came to the course. So it was an amazing experience again. How Gurudev makes people, you know, realize that something from within they, you know, and they have the urge to come to the spirituality, to the master.
it's very beautiful. So you conducted your 3-day part one course,
3 day part one
and
course, and also their children, two two children, they also did the intuition process with Swati.
wow,
So four of them, the whole family took the course.
it's very
Before we
beautiful
go.
to hear this.
Yeah.
The grace of the master and how he makes things work.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we booked our ticket on the same day. We received our visa. We didn't spent um, much time to do that. So we immediately booked our ticket, and we got our ticket in a very reasonable price. Then the people who booked from Guyana to Colombia, they would have booked, a expensive ticket. When it comes to us, it was only like 3 days. It would have been more expensive, but we got our ticket in a less expensive price. So I don't know how.
No, we don't know how. It just happens.
Yeah. And what else? And quickly we made all the arrangements. We have to, because we didn't know that we are going there, and for 9 days we'll be out of the town, and we have to do so much, so many arrangements, so that the regular classes, they also keep happening, and they don't get stopped, because people come for long kriya and everything. So then we spoke to other teachers also. They said, yes, we will conduct for you, and also make some say other arrangements. Yeah, water, and you have to may do so many things before you go for a long break. Yeah, so we did all of this, and then yeah, so we reached over there on 16th. Yeah, 16th early morning, and Gurudev came on the 17th. So that was the story before Gurudev arrives.
Beautiful, beautiful story. Yeah, it is. So that you get to buy tickets because he had various activities, no, in I think in three different states in Colombia: Medellin, Bogota, and Cartagena. So were you able to get tickets for these activities, or was it all fully booked?
Well, so we didn't have any idea where Gurudev will be. Before we land in Bogota, we didn't have any idea where Gurudev will be, because we didn't we didn't search much about, like, we didn't go much about the detail of the schedule of Gurudev. We knew that there will be some event somewhere, because about the geography we didn't have any idea. We just went there, and just like that, we didn't know where
Just
to
went there
stay.
and just like that.
And we didn't know where to stay on the last day. On the last day before we flew from here,
Mm-hmm.
the coordinator of Colombia, he sent a message that you have a couple of options, and I am assigning one of the volunteers for you because she can speak in English. So you talk to her and see what are the options you want to choose for yourself for stay, like for your accommodation. So they provided the options for staying with a volunteer, or staying in a hotel like Airbnb. So I said, I can stay anywhere. Like, both of us, we can stay anywhere. The only challenge for us is our food, because I don't know what are the vegetarian options will be there in Colombia. Yeah. So then he immediately respond that, no, no, you can stay with the volunteer at their place, but they cannot speak English, they only speak Spanish. I said, that's not a problem, we can always use the translator app. So, and they're such a nice, such nice people all over in Colombia. Wherever we went, they're all nice, and they're good people, I tell you. Yeah. Like, you have to really experience how warm they are, how they're devoted to Gurudev, and you can see that, yeah, the devotion, and they're so generous, they're so supportive. Yeah. We really loved staying with them for more than a week at their house, and everything was so perfectly. It was like a divine plan. Yeah. So, yeah, as your question was how we could manage to go to other places. So on the first day when we landed there, we took a little rest, like 1 hour or so, and then we went to the Art of Living Center over there. There is a beautiful Art of Living Center in Bogota. So what they do, they stay together. All the teachers, they to stay together, like full-time teachers and volunteers. They have a, beautiful center. They stay in the same setup, in the same house, and they eat together. They cook, they eat right there, they stay there, they work there. So there's like a whole team, very organized team. And they do so much, so many activities. And when we went there, we saw they are just sitting, um, and together and working on the events, on the registrations. Somebody is just making the tags for the volunteers. So it was a lot of work they're doing together. So it was.
So it's like the Art of Living Center in Colombia is like the home base for the full-time teachers.
Yes,
So
yes,
they
yes.
stay
Yeah,
there.
they
Oh,
stay.
wow.
Seven teachers, they stay together. 7 or 8 teachers, full-time teachers, they
Wow.
stay together.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so the same day, they helped us to book the ticket for Cartagena. So Cartagena is like 1 hour away from Bogota. It's a like city, what's called a beach city, or a tourist spot. Basically, it's a tourist spot. So, and 1 hour fly from Bogota. So they helped us to book the ticket. We didn't have any credit card or something to book the ticket. So they did for us. We paid them in cash. So you can see how nice the people are. They even support, whatever is needed at that time, point of time. They are just ready to do that.
It's very beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
Ritamji.
And we
Such a
learned so much
beautiful
from them,
story.
being
Oh,
in the opposite side of the world, like, in the West, and they don't speak English. They all mostly Spanish, like 99% people speak Spanish. They're so much devoted to Gurudev. They are so much into seva, and 100%, at that point of time, whatever is needed, they will just do that. So that was, and learning from them that it's not only in India or in certain places, it's all over that Gurudev has made the volunteers just like that. Yeah, to be 100% and to give their best. Yeah.
so beautiful to hear from a fellow teacher how devotees, whether they're in India or in South America or the USA, or Europe, but once they're focused on the guru, and that's it. It's one world family.
One word family. That's true. That's true. No division at all. Yeah. They didn't they didn't uh, you know make us feel that we are coming from another country. We have
Yeah,
from a different culture. Not like that. They, they just made us feel very comfortable.
it's very beautiful to hear this. Wow, wow. No, having to experience his love, through
Hmm.
fellow volunteers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
we are being taken care of.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the trip in itself was a big wow, I think, the journey to
Mm-hmm.
Colombia and then the trip in itself.
Yeah, maybe if you want, I can share with you a few wow moments, or you can say aha
Yes,
moments.
sure,
Yeah,
sure,
some aha
sure, sure.
moments. Yeah,
So
so
far, I've heard so many aha moments, but
yeah,
please do tell me.
it's up to the day Gurudev hasn't arrived so far, and so many aha moments for us. And when Gurudev arrives, there were so many more aha moments. Yeah. So on the first day, Gurudev came on the 17th. I don't remember the day. The date was 17th of June in Bogota. So he was about to come on the 18th, but he came one day before in the night. So when we came, he blessed everyone. So many people were just, lining up to have Gurudev darshan in the lobby in the hotel. It's a nice hotel, and people were lining up in the lobby upstairs also where Gurudev's room was. So people all over downstairs, and when you go up on the lift, you will see so many people are, they're lining up. At the same time, there was no chaos. Yeah, yeah. Almost there was no chaos at all. They are so decent and organized. They will see Gurudev. They will, say Jai Gurudev. They will say hi, do pranams, but they will not jump on you. They will not push you. So, it's all organized. They did it very nicely, very organized and decent way. Yeah, so we felt like um, they're they know how to, when Guru comes, how to be, organized and not making anyone feel discomfortable. Yeah, so like that. So Gurudev came on the first day, and on the next day there were a couple of events. So for myself and Swati, the aha moments were on the 18th. Yeah. So Gurudev took us in his car, and we were going for an event. It was a podcast that Gurudev, some influencers in Bogota, they wanted to do with Gurudev. So Gurudev went there. He took us in his car, so we had some conversations, some talk with Gurudev, some a special time, you can say, uh, you know. And then when we went there, we got to see a live interview, a podcast with Gurudev. So we were on the other side of the camera. So we experienced how Gurudev was so natural while talking to them. It was an interview or a podcast for them, the people who were recording that. But for Gurudev, it was a normal talk. It's like a normal conversation. And he was so natural and so relaxed. So from that, we get to learn so much. We get to learn how to be natural all the time. You don't have to, make yourself up for anything. Even if
Yeah, you
you
don't have to
are,
pretend, no?
yeah, isn't it?
You don't have to pretend. You just be yourself. Mm. Yes, please continue.
Yeah, and from there we went to another event that was a event with the celebrities. So many actors and actresses from Colombia, they came to see Gurudev. So many influencers, like social media influencers, the ministers from all the walks of life. So many important people were there from Colombia. But Gurudev made them feel so comfortable, and the meditation that Gurudev led, that was like of, I think, more than 30 minutes, and they feel amazed. Yeah, they feel amazed. And Gurudev spoke on different topics, on many questions he answered, but at the same time, when he, did the meditation for the crowd, for the people, they were just amazed, you know, uh, more than anything with Gurudev. So that was amazing. Meditation transforms the mind, transforms people that you can experience. Even if you say so many words, 100 words, 1,000 words, but when you do meditation, you experience the transformation. That Gurudev, I think that he is with his presence, with guiding so many people through meditation, he is basically teaching all of us that even you talk so much, more than your talk, the techniques or meditation, a short guided meditation that really works for people. Yeah. So everything was a kind of learning for all of us.
Yeah, and most importantly is the experience will stay with the people, no?
Yes, yes, that will stay
Yeah,
for longer. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's very beautiful, very beautiful. So having to ride in the personal car in the presence of the guru, that's a big wow.
Yeah, yeah. And on the following day, at the same hotel, we went and we were fortunate to be inside Gurudev, where Gurudev used to sit inside the room. So we were there, we were waiting. So that was the day when everybody was leaving Bogota for Cartagena. Not many people went to Medellin. Medellin was a short trip for Gurudev. So only a few people went there, not everyone. So most of the people were leaving Bogota for Cartagena because Gurudev was about to reach to Cartagena in the night. So people would have booked their tickets anytime in the during the day, and they went to Cartagena. But for us, our flight was around 3:30 or like that, 3:30 or something like that. So we're about to leave like 1 o'clock from the hotel. So when we were in the room, Gurudev was doing some interviews. Some people came from different medias, different news channels. There were a couple of interviews were going on. So Gurudev took a little time and asked me and Swati, you also go and take your food and then leave for airport. We said, Gurudev, our flight is in the afternoon. That was like 10 o'clock. It was like 10 o'clock. So Gurudev asked. So for us, we didn't want to leave Gurudev's room. We didn't want to leave the presence, we are getting. And not many people were there, so we were enjoying the presence. We didn't have to say anything, just, the presence was more than enough for us to, be around. So Gurudev said, okay. So we continue sitting there and observing what's happening, and looking at him, enjoying his presence. And then when the interview, all the interviews, they went over. So I asked Gurudev, there are two ladies waiting outside the room, and they came all the way from Guyana. They reached this morning. Can I call them inside? Gurudev said, yes, yes. So they actually traveled on the same day, on the day when Gurudev was leaving for Cartagena. So they didn't book their ticket for Cartagena. They only two ladies. They went from Guyana to Colombia to see Gurudev. So I called them inside, and they got a good time to meet Gurudev, talk to him. Gurudev gave them, uh, like one of them to sit on the chair, like at the Gurudev's side. So she felt very nice, very privileged, and they both were very happy. They got to talk to Gurudev, do pranams. Yeah, they got prasad also from Gurudev. So it was a very nice experience for them also. So and we took photos as a team Guyana, Art of Living Guyana. We
Mm.
took photo with Gurudev, and then they left, and Gurudev also left for no. We left before for the airport, and Gurudev would have left little later because Gurudev had a flight from Bogota to Medellin. So Gurudev left with the people who were traveling with Gurudev, so a little later. So we went, by that time, we were just full in our heart. So we didn't want to bother him at all. So we left, and then we reached the airport. By the time we reached the airport, we realized that we realized that our boarding, like we couldn't do our web check-in online because there was some glitch in the website. It was not allowing us to do the web check-in. So when we went to the counter, to the booking agent, she said the flight is overbooked. So not everyone will be traveling with the same flight. Some people have to travel later and they don't know when the next flight is. So our they did the check-in, but they didn't assign any seats for two of us. And then we went to the gate where they mentioned the gate number and time. So we went to the gate. We were just waiting for the flight to be announced. And when they finally announced the flight, we went to the gate and they said, You don't have a seat assigned. So we'll first let the people who have already assigned seats to go in, and then you might not be able to travel with this flight. I said, all right, no problem. Gurudev will be coming to Cartagena in the night. As long as we'll reach in the night, it's okay. It was in our mind, but at the same time, some people from Art of Living, they were very, tensed whether they will be able to travel. I told all of them, they were mostly our Art of Living teachers. They are Spanish teachers. Some of the teachers from Colombia, some from Panama. I told them you will be able to go. Don't worry. I just told them like that. Even I don't have any seats assigned. I assured them that we will be able to go with the same flight. Don't worry. You know what? We were the last two persons who went in the flight, and before us everybody went in. So we were the last two persons. It's like we were the guardian from Gurudev, making them
Mm-hmm.
feel comfortable that you go first, we'll come later.
Yeah. Yeah.
And guess what? So when we went inside in the flight, we boarded, we realized that some people already were assigned on the same seats. They were sitting on the same seats, and when we went there, we realized that they made a mistake. They assigned the same seats for like two persons. So by that time, they found out what was the possible way. Swati went and sat on a vacant seat. There were only two seats vacant in the whole flight. So Swati went and sat there. By the time the cabin crew she came back, Swati was already sitting there and she pointed out to me, these two seats are for yours.
Wow.
So everything was like Guru story. Only two seats were vacant, and those two seats, were later assigned to us. But you see how Gurudev works. It's like, don't worry, I'm there. That's the message. Don't worry, I'm there. All over, everywhere.
It's an amazing story so far, Ritamji. Really amazing. I could listen all day. So you just continue.
Because the other teachers, they're very much tensed. If they cannot travel, what will happen? They will miss the entire, time with Gurudev. Maybe there will be no flight after that. And if there are flights, they don't know whether they will be able to get into that, because if the the Airbus company, they don't allow them, what will happen? So they were all tense. I said, don't worry, we all will go. We'll be
Yeah,
able to.
this is a good example of having faith,
Yes, yes,
having
yes.
faith in the master, and
Mm-hmm.
you just uh, relax.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then
Wow.
we went there to Cartagena. It's a beautiful city. I tell you, it's on Caribbean Ocean, and it's an old city. It's a beautiful city. The sea beach is so long. When you drive from the airport to the city, you'll see the whole beach is so long. So we were staying at a place. It's kind of um like only the hotels are there, and we realize there is only a tourist spot, nothing, a small town, and only mostly the tourism is there, and people from all over the world, they go to Cartagena because it's a very beautiful like a place to be. So when we went there, we just only saw from the car while going the sea beach, and we went to the hotel. Now, as you know, we didn't have book anything, yeah. So we didn't know where to stay. So we just went to the hotel where Gurudev uh, will be coming, yeah. So we didn't know as yet. So when we arrived there, we spoke to the Art of Living people that how our accommodation can be arranged in the same hotel, because we didn't want to stay outside. Yeah, we didn't want to feel that we will be staying apart somewhere, and Gurudev will be staying that in the other hotel. So for me, one of the devotees, he came all the way from India to see Gurudev, to spend a good time with Gurudev, to be around Gurudev. He came all the way from India. So he told me one day before we went to Cartagena, he said, Bhaiya, you can stay with me if you don't mind, because I have booked a two-bedroom and I don't have anybody with me in that room. So if you don't mind, you can stay with me. I said, well, I will see that. Yeah. I don't know as yet where we'll be staying. I'll see that and I'll tell you. So when we went there, we realized some some conference was going on there in Cartagena, some pharma company conference, like pharmaceutical, companies. They were doing some conference. That's why all the hotels are almost booked around. So if we want to book in the same hotel, will not get any other rooms. And even if we get any room, they were like high priced rooms, for one night they were charging like $400. Yeah. So I realized that that's why my friend who came from India, he he offered me, because unknowingly he offered me with Guru's grace again, that I can stay with him. But for Swati, what to do? So then Swati also got a room, a shared room with another lady. She came from the US, and she was also searching for a room, and so they shared. They shared and they got a very good price. They almost the half price what the hotel was charging. They got in reasonable price, and they got to stay one night. So it was like Gurudev's event will be tomorrow, and we came this evening. So we got the accommodation, got our rooms. So on the next day, there was no event planned, nothing of officially announced, no events were there. So we knew that we'll be getting a good time with Gurudev, because no planned events were announced the whole day. Only in the evening before Gurudev comes back to Bogota, there was one event announced in the website. And so guess what? We were waiting in the morning from 6 o'clock. Even though we went late in the night to the room like 10:30, we slept a little bit. We wake up, 5:30, came down, waiting for Gurudev. Gurudev might come and go on the sea beach. That was our prayer. We didn't know that that might happen. That was our prayer. And some more devotees were around. They were also feeling like that, waiting for Gurudev. Whether Gurudev will come or not, we were just waiting. So Gurudev came down after more than an hour and went to the beach. So our prayers were answered. So when he came down, there were many more people, many more teachers and devotees. They were just enjoying walking with Gurudev on the beach. And so Gurudev was kind of walking fast and we were kind of running. So his walk was like, for us a run. He walked so fast. We realized that if you want to walk with Gurudev, you have to really walk fast. You have to practice every day to walk fast. Yeah, and then that was we've enjoyed a lot walking with him on the beach. Yeah, in the morning it was cool, and then Gurudev went into the water a little bit. So when he was going into the water, he just looked back. I was just behind him. He gave his phone to me to hold for him. So I hold his phone like this because the water shouldn't come up and touch. So I was just holding. And then when he came back, we again walked with him. So all the mud and the sands were in Gurudev's feet. I was feeling in my mind Gurudev could have given me this opportunity to wipe his feet, yeah, with water and nice. Guess what? That was in my heart. That was in my in my mind that if I can get this opportunity. So when Gurudev finally came close to the hotel, somebody just gave him a bottle of water, and Gurudev went at the side, and he was about to rinse his feet. I said, Gurudev, can I do it for you? Gurudev said, no, no, I'll do it. So he said so nicely, with so much love. No, no, I'll do it. So Gurudev rinsed his feet, but we got the opportunity to wipe his feet with a towel. Yeah. So it was an amazing opportunity, to wipe Guru's feet. And it comes as a blessing. So it's not just I did something. The prayers were in my heart. It just got answered. So I felt so much love. Even if you don't tell him in words, he knows the prayers. So it was really an experience that Guru knows everything, even whatever is in your mind, in your heart. Yeah, if you are praying, Guru knows that. So that was an amazing experience. And I tell you, in this all these days, uh, during all these days with Gurudev, for myself, the most beautiful experience was, you know, getting close to the master. Even I am close in my heart, in my feelings, and in my mind, but physically we think that he is a guru and you cannot touch him just like that. Yeah, you cannot touch him just like that. He might think something, or you feel a little bit, different when Guru is in physical form in front of you. We think, oh, no, no, he's Guru, and we cannot do, we just touch him just like that with our hands, or we cannot hug him just like that because he is Guru. But I realized that that was in my mind only. Do you understand what I'm saying? The that barrier that
I
I think
understand. Yeah.
I think I myself created that barrier that I cannot go so close in the physical realm. But I tell
Mm,
you, in this whole trip, I don't count how many times I just hugged him like that, and I touched his feet, you know, I hugged him. So that was the barrier that I would have created in my mind. It just got, you know,
dissolved.
dissolved. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that a little barrier was there in the mind that also got dissolved by Guru Grace. And
Wow.
this time, this was the most beautiful experience for me. You have no difference from the Guru. Guru doesn't have any difference with the devotees, any barrier, any gap, even a small little gap from him, from his side. Even as devotees, with the master, there is no gap at all. There's no difference at all. So that was the most beautiful experience, that in there is no difference in the guru and the devotees. So a if we create a little barrier in our mind, I think with our own experiences, it and his grace, that small thin line also, it just disappears. That was my experience, the most beautiful experience this from this trip.
Ritamji, hearing this, hearing this from you, a full-time teacher and a devotee of the Guru, and this is a very beautiful testimonial. You know, having to acknowledge that even the smallest barrier, you know, knowing that you are a devotee, but still you have this doubt. Can I be in the physical presence of the Guru? And he makes you experience that, and then it dissolves just like that.
Yes, yes, definitely.
It's
Yeah,
very beautiful to hear this from a fellow devotee.
yes, yes. And it's been 1 hour since we're talking, and we didn't
Wow, we
realize
should
the
have a
time.
part two.
Yeah. Maybe I will just quickly wrap up
Yeah.
by saying
Yes.
few more things, and on on the next one also we'll talk again. Yeah, we'll share some more
Yes.
things.
Yes.
So that was in Cartagena, and there was an event, a very beautiful event for the people in Cartagena, and from all over the Colombia, people attended the event, the meditation and a talk. So it was amazing, and Gurudev has been awarded by I think the corporation or the government of Cartagena, some award they gave to Gurudev. So that was the event. I think you can see in the Facebook some of the photos from the event came up. So he came back to the hotel from that event in the night, and it was just half an hour. He came back to the hotel and left for airport. So while he was leaving for the airport, everybody would have left by that time to come back to Bogota. So not many people were there. Only few teachers were there whose flight was later than Gurudev's flight. You understand? So only few teachers were there. So while leaving, Gurudev asked me, "When is your flight?" So both myself and Swati were there. So I said, "Gurudev, our flight is like in the morning. We'll leave the hotel 3:30." So he left. But guess what? So we didn't have any room to stay for that particular night. So the organizers of Cartagena, they assigned Gurudev's room to us to stay in the night.
Wow.
So it was so beautiful. And the first time in life, that experience, get to see. Gurudev's room and experience his energy, his blessings staying in the same room. And whatever prasad was left for us, always you get prasad, something to eat when Gurudev is there. So we really enjoyed whatever was left for us to, the prasad for us to eat. So we had that food after Gurudev leave that room, and we got to stay there. We had a very nice, sleep, and then we woke up early, we freshen up, and we did sadhana also in the same room. So it was Guru's space we were enjoying. And after we came back to Bogota on the next day, it was the 21st of June, the International Yoga Day event. It was a very successful, very big event ever in the history of Colombia. I think nobody spoke about this. That particular venue, which was used for this IDY event this year in Bogota, that used to be a place where the bullfight used to happen. Bullfight.
Yeah, I heard about it. Yes.
And they closed down for so many years, that particular place. It's a very
Mm.
big uh, venue, but they closed down for so many years. I think they banned it. They banned the bullfight for that venue, or I think that's banned in Colombia also. Now, with this particular event and blessings of Gurudev, they are now restarting, reusing the same venue for national events, and the bullfight will never happen there again.
Wow.
So there's the
Wow.
beauty of a guru's, blessings, guru's presence. The Gurudev blessed that event and the entire country, all the people of the country, that they more peace and more harmony comes in the country, in their lives. Yeah. And that was 21st, and Gurudev left 22nd of June night. So on the following day, there was Vigyan Vairav, the unveiling infinity event in Bogota. So many people. It was houseful event. It was amazing. The experience of all the meditations and techniques and Gurudev's talk. Really enjoyed. We got a chance to meet with Gurudev again on the following day in the hotel just before Gurudev leaves for the unveiling infinity event, the first session in the morning. So in my mind, it came that Gurudev will leave at 10 o'clock and people will be waiting there in the venue. That was another venue. So we should go to the hotel and wait for Gurudev to come down in the lobby and leave for the event. So what we did, we went up on the same floor Gurudev's room was, and we realized not many people there, only 4 or 5 persons are there. So, and everybody was allowed to go in after a little while. So Gurudev came, sat there, and we had a very nice time. Gurudev shared with us some Indian snacks. I think a bag of snacks came from India. So Gurudev told somebody bring 2 plates, and he poured some snacks on the plates, and he said take take from the plates. When people were taking a little portion, he said no, you can take more. So it was such a loving experience. Guru himself saying take more. Like, I'm here to give you love, more love. You are taking only a little, you take more. Yeah.
He sounds like a loving father,
Yes,
telling his children, no, no, take more, take
take
more.
more. That's correct. Take more. And then the event was very, very successful, full house event, and Gurudev made all of them to sit together, discuss whatever knowledge they heard throughout the day. So by the time they are discussing, uh, some people went out to see Gurudev for the last time. So because Gurudev himself said, you don't run behind me, you sit here, discuss whatever you heard. So some people like me went out to see Gurudev for the last time, because after that Gurudev might leave the venue for the hotel, and from there he will leave for the airport. So I just went out. Again, I hugged him because you understand, I wanted to feel oneness, yeah. Even in the physical realm, yeah, I felt that oneness, yeah. So that was it, and I thought, say Jai Gurudev for this time, do pranams, and Gurudev will leave for the Cayman Islands, and then from there to US. So we thought, we are seeing for the last time for this trip. But guess what? Again, we went back to the hotel. We went to his room. There were full house people inside the room, like all the teachers from all over Latin America. They were singing, they were crying in presence of Gurudev, because Gurudev was about to leave. I thought it's okay, it is their time. So I came down. Swati was upstairs in the same room. Swati was enjoying being around Gurudev when people were singing. They were singing in Spanish. So beautiful. Our full, with full love, and then I came down. I was just waiting for Gurudev to come down and, proceed for airport. So what happened? I was the last person to close Gurudev's, like, the car door, and my jacket got stuck in the door. You would have seen the same video has come up in the Facebook. Nobody knows what happened. I know, because it was my jacket. My jacket was leaning from Gurudev's car door, and I just left the jacket, because if I hold the jacket will be, into pieces. So I just let it go. Even I cannot go, my jacket is going with Gurudev's car. So some people from outside, they just gave some signal, because the person who was driving, he didn't know what happened. So some people just gave some signal, so Gurudev's car stopped, and I feel really sorry, because for my jacket, Gurudev car has to stop, and somebody opened the door and somebody threw, the jacket inside the car, the same car. So again, my jacket was going with Gurudev. So it, in my mind, I thought, at least I have to go and get my jacket. If, whether I can see Gurudev in the airport or not, I have to go and collect. So two cars left behind Gurudev's car, and I got into the last one in the convoy. There are only some few teachers. The Spanish teachers, again, they are very nice. They're very, helpful. So they took me in the car, and the driver took a shortcut, a local driver. Guess what? We reached in the airport before Gurudev's car arrived. So again, we are waiting there for Gurudev to come. Yeah, and then we saw Gurudev there, and it was more a cozy time, because there were less people. Only 5, 6 people were there at the airport gate, and Gurudev's, was waiting there for him to go inside finally. So we spent a very good time, with Gurudev there. So it's like, the whole trip from before going from Guyana to Colombia, even coming back, entire trip, including our stay with this, Spanish couple. They are so much devoted. They don't know the language, with their hearted love, and we stayed there very comfortably. So, the entire trip was only a guru story. only a guru story. It's like it's every bit of the trip was filled with love and Guru's grace.
I know, Guru's grace. Wow. Thank you for sharing this story with me, Ritamji. This is even I wasn't there, but even I am wow. So thank you very much for sharing this story with me.
Yeah,
And
and thank you
hopefully
for
this
your
is
time,
one of
Janine.
many more to come.
Thank you for your time, Janine, for, being so patient to listen to the story and the experience.
When it comes to Guru's story, there's no patience. There's just a big tell me more, tell me more.
Yeah. And wish you all the best. Wish you all the best in for your seva, for your everything. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
For being with
Yeah.
Guru all the time.
I'm also grateful for being on this path, guided by the master himself.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we'll get to see each other soon,
Yeah.
in
But
person.
I but I must tell you one last thing that from
Mm,
from the entire thing that I have shared. So this doesn't belong, this experience, what we had in the last trip or throughout our journey, yeah, in Art of Living with Gurudev, it's like only His grace, His blessings, we get to experience something like this. It's not we
yeah,
did something and
yeah,
we get to experience
exactly.
this. It's only because of His grace we get this
Mm,
experience.
mhm. Very beautifully said.
So we did
Very
nothing. We
beautifully
just
said.
did nothing. It is
Yeah,
He does for all of us everything.
yeah. Very beautiful, Ritamji. Looking forward to
Yeah,
many
looking
more
forward.
Guru stories. No?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Jai
Let
Gurudev.
Gurudev take
Oh,
care. All
thank
the
you.
best. Bye.
Thank you.